What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's TheSimYin. My name is Yin. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? Okay, guys, we have some things to talk about, okay? Because I have been thinking about this over the course of the past 24 hours. Because I need to know what the hell does this mean? So listen, we all know The Sims 5, right? We've heard about The Sims 5 coming out, and we're gonna get to that later. And you guys are probably like, what are you bringing up The Sims 5 for? There's so much stuff that's going on at this very current moment, and I'm gonna get to that. But listen to me, okay? So we all know The Sims 1, 2, 3, 4, and we saw the progression. I mean, even look at The Sims 1. Now, although we know that it's been a little raggedy looking, we ain't gonna lie. Sims 2, they tried to do a little bit better. They tried to add a little razzle dazzle. It's insane. That mood bar literally brings back so many memories. Just look at that. That is just so nostalgic and old school. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Then we got The Sims 3 where things started to get a little bit more gameplay, and we started to get things that are very life very simulation-like, and it was just crazy. And then all of a sudden, we got Sims 4, right? The Sims came out February 4th, 2000, if I'm not mistaken. And this is when they promised us so much, but it came with so little. But hear me out. Through all the drama, I have a theory that Sims 5 is going to be in the metaverse. But first, let me recap. Okay, so we all know when EA dropped this whole early access, when they were like, okay, mods and game updates, and you guys are probably like, Yin, we already know about this, but hold on, hear me out. They offered an early access incentive for a reasonable amount of time. Now, by the name of Marlon Sims Tumblr, actually reached out to EA, and they said, yes, you are right, early access is not allowed for modders. Now, this since mods in a frenzy, every CCA modder was going crazy, and then The Sims actually ended up saying that all users must be able to access mods in full for free. However, creators may still run a reasonable early access period for their content, because this literally sent people through the roof in the Sims community. Everybody's like, what do you mean? What's a reasonable amount? I mean, till this day, people are still, a little bit pissed off about this. And you're probably like, what does that have to do with The Sims 5 in the metaverse? Just hear me out, guys. Just hold on, guys. We're gonna get to it. I promise. I mean, this even took a toll on one of the biggest Sim and CC creators ever. Now, this is even before this even happened. Arnie's Workshop, very known as the Plum Fruit, creator of the Plum Fruit and Farmland, literally backed out of making CCs and mods and started developing his own game because he was so tired of EA's BS, right? Okay, there's that, right? The Sims also came out with a huge free update, and it glitched everyone's game. We all know about this. We've all heard about this. We are actually all going through this. I mean, I just got my game to work not too long ago, and then they realized that once the update came out, there was a bunch of glitches on top of the update. So then they were going crazy. The Sims community is like, what the hell is this? This is BS. You guys, y'all tripping. And what's crazy when The Sims is actually addressing stuff, with that little check mark, because that means it's shit went down. That means they got ridiculed. I mean, look at this. Look at how messed up the game was. It was doing all kind of crazy stuff, and everybody was just not here for it and was pissed off because this was not only an update, this actually affected a pack that people spent $40 on, which is insane for a DLC, but that's another video for another day. But anyway, they did end up releasing this week new patch notes, and everybody was pretty excited, but then again, there was still problems. Now hear me out, guys. We're gonna get to what I mean in a second. Anyway, so we all know an Andrew Wilson. This is actually from the simscommunity.info's website, and it was a little Q&A that they did with, the CEO of The Sims, or of an EA, excuse me. And he was like, typically what The Sims has done is really focus on fulfilling the motivations and inspiration, escape creation, self-improvement, and not necessarily focus as much as on social interaction and competition. So basically, it's not a competitive game. It's more like a relaxful game, something that's really, into it. And then also mentioned, as Max continues to think about The Sims for a new generation, cross-platforms, in a cloud of a neighborhood world. You should imagine while we will always stay true to our inspiration, escape, creation, self-improvement, motivations, that this notion of social interaction and competition, like the kind of things that are actually presented in EA. Check this out. Now, we do know that they already started looking for art directors, and I was just like, hold the phone, because you guys remember when Sim Guru Grant was like, guys, we aren't done. I'm literally working with the team right now for years out. Stop saying we're done. We aren't. I mean, just think of the stuff we haven't made that we know you want. And then also said, we've released over 20 packs for The Sims 4 so far, expansion packs, game packs, and stuff packs, and we still plan to keep going. We plan to keep making content for years. Now, everybody was like, what the hell? Years? We want Sims 5 right now. What the hell is this BS? Now, hear me out. They said years. Everyone knows that it's been out for 8 years, right? They said they have many more years to come. My guess is they're gonna keep it for a decade, right? Because in 2 years, the metaverse will be the biggest thing ever, right? Right now, they're introducing it a little bit here and there, and we'll get into the Oculus a little later. But right now, I want to say that they're introducing, the idea of the metaverse. And I think what they're waiting on is the technology for the metaverse, because they did say that how they wanted it multiplayer. They wanted it being like an experience that we've quote unquote never seen before, of life simulation and basically creating your own world. That's kind of what metaverse is, right? It's just basically The Sims, but you get to decide and do what you want. You can even create your own world in the metaverse. Like, this is basically The Sims. And I think what The Sims is doing is they're waiting for the confirmation of the metaverse to combine it. Now, I know this sounds like a reach, and I know this sounds crazy, but y'all gotta, okay. I need to break it down for y'all, because this is insane. The Sims 5 development has been in development, and we do know that they have been hiring team members and also letting go of some of the oldest ones of the Sims 4 franchise. I feel like maybe some of them have already, gone to work on the Sims 5, which is why they're there's been a downfall in quality, because we've all seen it. But guys, you guys cannot say that I'm just okay, it's a little bit of a reach, but it's also it's very possible that the Sims 5 could be involved with the metaverse, because they're waiting on, 1, the right technology, 2, the right, I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. This makes sense. Metaverse, The Sims 5, they're saying that there's so many more years to come for The Sims 4, because what are you waiting for? Why not just start The Sims 5? Why not put it out? What are you guys waiting for, that there's so much content and so many things that you guys have planned? Are you guys trying to waste our money? Are you guys trying to grab as much money as you can? Which, of course, we all know they are, because, let's be real, it's EA and Maxis. They're greedy when it comes down to money. So, with my theory, I actually jumped onto EA's website, and I went to careers, and then, of course, I went to Foster City, California, because I'm currently in California, and I was like, okay, what are they searching for right now? Right now, they are currently looking for senior experience designers, UI visual designs for Maxes, game designers for Maxes. Now, that's the Sims 5. We already know that's the Sims 5. But the fact that they're looking for senior experience gameplay software, you're like, okay, Yin, what's the big deal? They're making Sims 5. They're probably starting new engines and new softwares and all this other jazz. But guys, you cannot think that this possibly doesn't mean that it could possibly be in the metaverse. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. I also want to mention that we have not heard anything from their competitors as of recently with Paralives. Now, we do know that Paralives is one of the most anticipated simulation games of currently right now, because the Sims 5 really doesn't have a lot of competition when it comes down to simulation games, which is why they know they can get away with so much BS, and why they know that at the end of the day, people will still stand The Sims, because they're the only simulation games that has got it as good as they does. As much as I don't want to say it, it's true. And you guys know it's true. Especially when it comes down to CCs and mods. And we're going to actually get into that in just a second. Because, look, I have a whole theory that's going on right now, guys. So, anyway, y'all let me know down below, what's going on with Paralives? What do you guys think about that? But anyway, the more I get into this, theory of what is going on with The Sims 5 and could it possibly be in the metaverse, the more I start to, prove myself right. Now, I don't know if I'm overthinking. I don't know if I'm reaching. I don't know if maybe it is just going to be The Sims 5 and they're just going to leave it at that. Who knows? Everything could be, I could be totally wrong, and The Sims 5 could just be on console and PC. But the fact that they did mention that they wanted to do online multiplayer, and when was The Sims 5 ever online and then multiplayer? That's something the metaverse does. And then also, you guys recently know this new game that came out, or, this new gaming console kind of thing called the Oculus, and basically you put it on and you're able to, play the game stuff. What if The Sims 5 is going into Oculus? So maybe there's going to be, a PS5 mode, a console mode, and then an Oculus mode. And I really do feel like this could be totally possible, because the simulation, life simulation mixed with The Sims 5 is very hand-on-hand when it comes down to the metaverse and Sims 5. It's very, very similar, because why else would they be waiting so long for, just to drop The Sims 5? We have so many stuff for decades to come. For what? What else do you guys have for us? You guys have literally delivered BS on top of BS on top of BS. So what could it possibly be? What are they holding out on? What is the truth here? I want to know. So you guys let me know down below in the comments, do you guys think that The Sims 5 could possibly be in the metaverse? Now I know this thumbnail was a reach. I know this thumb title was a reach. But guys, I needed to lure y'all in because I needed to know the truth. I needed to know was I crazy or not? And again, I always tell you guys in my videos that I don't have a lot of Simmer friends and you guys are my Simmer friends. And I really want to know, do you guys think that this is possible? Or do you guys think they're going to stick to console and just keep it at that and just paint and like plainly like leave it as is? I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments just to make sure I'm not going crazy, because I'm just like, what could this be? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, all of this stuff is piecing together, but at the end of the day, it's like I could just be piecing all this shit together and then like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Because the Sims, you know, they be throwing us off sometimes. But now, I do want to talk about the CCs and mods because I did bring that up earlier. And we do know as of recently, CCs and modern creators have been a target. And I don't want to necessarily call it a threat because that's a little extra, but more of a liability when it comes down to them charging for their work. So, I feel like with CCs and mods, when it comes down to the metaverse, they're able to create their own environment. They're able to create their own things. This could be so much of an influence when it comes down to CCs and modders and creators mixed with you know, my theory. So let me know down below in the comments what y'all think, because with all this BS happening and all of a sudden they're going like, no, you guys can't, you know, it has to be a limited access, or, you know, and now all of a sudden they're getting down to the nitty gritty of exactly what CC and modders do, because now all of a sudden y'all care. Now all of a sudden, because they're out fixing y'all and outdoing y'all, now all of a sudden y'all care. I don't know. Do you guys think this has to do with The Sims 5? And do you guys think The Sims 5 has to do with the metaverse? And do you guys think the metaverse has to do with competition for maybe The Sims 5 for the simulation? I don't know, guys. I'm going crazy here and I need y'all help, because I'm like, do y'all not see the vision? Do y'all not see what I'm seeing? Or am I just like, I don't know, am I tripping? But anyway, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, because as you guys know, I will respond because you guys are my Simmer friends and I am very curious. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.